And hello. Yes. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Mhm. And let's go to the game.
Ah,
Bahasa Rusia cu awal-awal. in memory of
nah
the
loh.
Ukrainian
Ntar itu,
Rockwell's
itu Sherlock.
Yep. Crimes and Punishment Sherlock Holmes. Dulu. Starring Sherlock Holmes. Perfection Webster. Vector G. Let's play. This is a BSI. The fate of Black Panther. Mungkin antar malam atau enggak besok gue bakal live Attack on Titan 2.
Mungkin.
But we don't know. Oh shit. Tiba-tiba nembak.
Holmes, will you stop that? You are utterly mad.
Hey,
Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense.
Tiba-tiba
I
nembak
was
loh.
aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded.
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate. Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes.
Oh isto,
A
nebak.
gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there.
Oh,
Have to go
te.
through the yard first.
Oh, te
Many
bang.
men struck again.
Besok gar.
What have they done this time?
O nggak ntar malam.
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's
Bukan
Lee.
bukan siapa ayam.
I should have
Bebek.
Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep.
Kita tahu itu apa.
Yep. Sip. Tap. Open the
Oh
Facebook.
shit.
Wah. Investigate the murder of
Us.
the Kalian. Brought in.
My archive. I can always consult with it. This is where I keep my post.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Oke, di sini ruang tidurnya. Ada apa-apa?
I cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Belum selesai.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Oh, ini.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Wih, ada Titan cuy. Ada gambar Titan. Colossal Titan. Colossal Titan nggak tuh? Tuh. Ya kemana? Oh ini. Oh.
Wah.
Tapi ini kita ngapain dulu? Tolong. Oh,
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Let's go.
kita bisa ke Wood
I
Manley.
cannot leave yet. I am not finished here.
Ini masalahnya cuma ngeliatin itu doang, asyuk. Guna. Cuma ngeliatin itu doang, asyuk. Ngeliatin cewek doang. Oh, ini. Tolonglah. Saya bisa ganti rambut ya. Tolonglah. Yang pertama. Tiram. Buset. Pakaian
Makeup table.
pakaian ini aja. Oh iya kan gua
Kumis
keluar
baju.
kumis baju. Pantesan gue gak bisa keluar. Masih pakai baju rumahan anjir. Kalau masalah ya kan bener. Kalau mandi ganti baju doang. Tolong.
Bisa kaya nggak Sherlock Holmes ya?
Kayak enggak.
Backflip.
Backflip. Mana bisa juga anjir. Backflip.
Nanti gue ngebuat derem kado itu backflip.
Sangat bangga.
Aku udah buat backflip, derem kado backflip.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over.
Bikin bobon.
Nanti.
Itu misi Anda selanjutnya.
Betul. Oke. Investigate.
Oh shit.
Gak maaf, Richard.
Tolonglah. Kan bisa di stopin gitu
Harus
ya.
di stream orang anjir.
Caranya gimana nge-stopinnya?
Itu yang di atasnya kan stop all apa gitu.
Mr. Holmes?
Asap. Oh ya, thank you. Aku mau coba
It seems
quest
that the garden was well maintained.
Oh shit. GG.
It seems that the garden was well maintained. Mr. Holmes?
Oh, itu doang Mr. Home. Fine.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Let's see.
He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Anjir, tolong cu, suara lu gede anjir di gua. Courthouse.
Udah lah, lupa. Sukros.
Jadi
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning. But I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. He dared to glance in through the door.
Padahal tadi udah.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. He lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything?
Cara bikin liquid.
O'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Evening before the murder.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Ya, salah. Shit.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey.
Yes.
He was different, wasn't he,
Okay.
when
Oh,
you
salah
first
jadi
met
ya.
him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Udah. Kabin di mana kabin? Di cabin.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Katanya di sini. Tubuh
The
mayat.
door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Dia coba membuka. Iya.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin.
Iya.
We took care not to touch anything.
Gak ada apa-apa. Oh ini.
These scratches are fresh. You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
Buka. Ah shit.
What a terrible way to die.
Wait.
Ngapain pakai predation anjing orang gue. Kagak pakai apa-apa gue bukan.
Apaan?
Enggak ini. Boleh lah tempat yang ini dong. Nah, I hate this place.
Old navigation instruments, nothing interesting. Peter
Ini
Carey's
sudah ambil.
boots. They look to be a size 8.
Sini. Going in my...
Harpoons for hunting whales. The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Yang son...
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Oke.
Belah. Kocak gaming.
Someone drank from this glass recently. The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work. The initials P...
Anak burger.
Apaan?
Anak burger. Masuk balik langsung dulu.
Oh. Nah.
Lah, kok kebalik sih?
Balik apanya?
Anjir, kebalik.
Sulul. Sudah.
Kebalik.
Udah, apa-apa, lanjutin aja, udah, apa-apa. Tenang aja, gue kuat kok ini sendiri. Ini,
Ini bentuk kapal ini.
fokus this.
Apa aku apa?
Serah, apa aja?
Kamu ngeruin korte? Enggak jangan.
Terserah gue mah. Orang gue udah kelar juga, kan tinggal lu berarti. Gue udah kelar semua ini. Udah next, udah nggak ada yang lewat.
Anjay.
Jangan skip.
Anjas mamba.
Atau skip aja ya ini ya.
Skip apa?
Oh ini kapal nih.
Kelar lu dari sini kan? Udah kan? Lu belum? Udah nih. Yang tengah. Gue udah yang ini. Duit gue udah habis kali ini. Aduh, udah max nih.
Yo.
Udah Max. Cabut aja yang
Ini gue buang nih. Enggak. No.
itu tuh yang belakang aku cabut, yang power up. Maksudnya yang ngasih poin.
Ini kapal ini.
Indoor gun.
Iya, boleh. Udah. Terus buat defense buat di sini ada deh, belum? Di sini. Sini buat
Itu udah.
Ini
Dah.
kapal ini. Tapi aneh.
udah cukup terus. Masuk
Oh,
aja.
jangan dimulai dulu.
This is a course
belum.
quite
Enggak, Johnson jangan dimulai dulu, jangan digas.
sailors.
Mau ngapain lu?
Itu apaan sih? Oh, itu tuh yang baru.
Nggak usah digituin kali.
Gak apa-apa. Nambah lama dikit.
A
Naruh
sailor's
dikit.
drink. It seemed that Captain Carey was enjoying
Dah.
a drink before he met his death.
Ya kita nggak punya api.
The weapon fully penetrated the body.
Harusnya mati sih. Harusnya mati mau berarti. Harusnya
Serem sih
di situ.
bunuhnya.
This man is
Harusnya.
in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
Oke, mati. Oke, nice.
Oh, no.
Aduh.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible.
Biarin lewat aja, biarin. Udah mati. Haha. Oke, udah. Nih yang harus dipedulin yang ini nih, yang sebelah sana nggak bakal lewat.
Underneath
Sebelah
the
kanannya
dead
nih.
body.
Ya,
Itu
oke.
apa? Oh, itu sekali pakai.
This wouldn't
Oh.
explain.
Taruh lagi.
Peter Carey tried
Baru
to
tahu.
defend himself with
Gue
this.
belum
Mau
pakai.
tahu iya Pak, gue udah kelar ini. Kayak gitu-gitu doang mainnya. Taruh main terus pergi lagi. Udah kelar, oke. Apalagi nih? Recovery cost, cryomechanic,
are probably the
hydrostatic.
initials of the owner of this notebook.
Gitu. Kayaknya kita nggak punya hydro. Ayam goreng kan.
Gua ada. Depan gua pakai hydro. Mau cryo, lu nggak lihat? Di depan kita dua-duanya hydro cryo.
Kok nggak bisa aku akses sih, Vin? Live-mu lewat langsung dari profilmu, biasanya bisa diakses.
Di mana ya?
Biasanya kalau kamu nge-live di nama Discord kamu, tinggal pencet dari profil Discord kamu, terus nanti ada itunya.
Enggak juga.
The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying
Udah ya,
on the
mulai aja
floor
ya.
prior to the crime, but it was dropped into the pool of
Udah gas
blood after the death.
Gas.
Ada nomor-nomor.
These abbreviations mean something,
Aduh.
but what?
Dancing in the
Peter Carey was
moonlight.
to the wall by
Ngapain lu ngurus yang ini? Yang ini nggak bakal lewat, Cok. Sekali lewat udah meledak pakai dapat main.
Ya tapi kan ini api.
In the thunder, dancing in the moonlight. In the thunder, dancing to the break of dawn. In the thunder, dancing to the break of dawn. In the thunder. Wah, mainnya. Wah, lu gantiin mainnya ya.
Nggak, ini masalahnya dia api. Oh, nggak ada air.
Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded.
Terus
Reconstruct.
B.
Oke.
Udah ini. Aku ganti main lagi.
Pineapple Cruise and Wheel.
Ini apa? Electro attack speed. Kosong.
Someone was here.
Nah, ini Ruin Hunter nih, aduh. Larinya cepet tuh. Ruin Hunter bukan lari lagi, terbang anjir dia. Mohon maaf. Udah apa aja. Oh, lu skip. Oke.
Nggak nge-like aku. Ini aku DC.
Bodoh amat.
Lucu sih kalau DC.
Dundee. Hammerfest. It's a whaling map.
Wait, what?
Aku keluar.
Kenapa di sini cuma ada 2 tower doang di belakang?
Ini udah
Oke, that's weird.
belum nih.
The tooth.
Nanti tinggal pasang lagi ya kalau hancur.
Iya. Harganya murah cuma 10. Udah pay aja ya. Nah, Ruin Hunter.
Oh ini
This
nih.
place is not covered.
Don't go anywhere,
like
you.
the rest of the shelf.
No, you.
An object was taken from here.
Oh
It was
iya.
larger
Yeah.
than a book.
Yeah.
A box or a small.
Aku belum buka.
Perhaps.
Tadi ada box.
Waduh.
Aku belum buka, Bas.
Ada bro.
The
Meledak
ship's
lagi.
logs of the Sea Unicorn.
Tapi ada cooldownnya nggak?
Years
Enggak.
1878 to 1884. Peter
Ah,
Carey.
bolak-balik dah gua. Gak apa-apa deh. Waduh, itu
Sini,
gimana
Bas.
cara nanginnya? Kuat elektro. Lu pasang lagi ya udah.
Aku cabut, nanti aku coba lagi. Uangku banyak udah 1.800.
Artinya gua nggak bisa pasang dynamite di sini gua. Aduh. Ya lewat tadi.
Udah tuh aku hancurin. Kalau
Udah
mau
lewat dia, udah lewat daerahnya. Enggak, gua punya main lagi sebelum.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think that we are lucky
And why is that?
because of last night's attempted break-in.
Oh, you've lost me.
14
It
dari
is very
14.
probable
Sebelah
that
sana udah
whoever
baru.
came here hoped to find the door open. They
Alah.
tried to force it with a knife blade,
mana
but
ya?
they failed.
Lah
What
kok
will they do? Why
pasang main?
return
Pasang
tonight
usah.
when they will
What?
be best?
Kosong, nggak bisa dipasang malah. Dia harus mati sih sama
So
overload
what do you
harusnya.
propose?
Semoga aja mati.
We shall remain on the outside near the window,
Oke, mati.
where we stand the best
Selain ini,
chance of catching sight
Aku
of our
cabut
visitor.
satu
Well,
cabut satu main gun.
ready your pistols.
Ini cabut aja, ini tinggal pasang lagi.
Ahead of us.
Pasang, Bas. Pasang depan.
Wait ya.
Pasang lagi ya. Pasang lagi.
Gue dipen dulu ya.
Udah. Oke.
Mr. Holmes?
Kita juga.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Gede.
These footprints appear to be quite large. These foot
Kayaknya ada. Ngomong dulu boy.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be that he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Yang
Thank you,
ngerokok lama. Terus coba kita
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
near the window.
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Oke. Dekan sumpah. Padahal kayak gini doang, cuy. Oh, mereka nungguin apa Uni datang.
Shh. Did you hear that?
Okay.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there. All right, my fine fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Tangannya berdarah,
Innocent?
cuy.
And what are you doing in his cabin?
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but I... Yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off
Well,
we
well,
go to the
oi.
yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're
What?
put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't! I'm not... It's a terrible mistake!
Enough.
Apaan?
You can
Karena
explain all of that to the
diperintah.
judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Kita ini. Dia itu kantor polisi ya.
Mr. Holmes?
These are the suspect's belongings. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin. A handkerchief with the initials JHN.
Ring. From R. Davidson, my friend and partner.
From R. Dawson. To my friend and partner, 1883. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
There's the Dude. Ready? Nothing here.
Locked. Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you find it? I did not know... I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these
hotel.
abbreviations mean?
Oh no, I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr.
Yang
Nelligan.
bunuh anak kecil.
The sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Oke. Car. Lagayan apa? Bajunya lagayan digulung. Dia ada bekas bakaran. Kalau ke situ apa ya? Ada buried button.
So, Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I'm sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Mr. Holmes?
Locked.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Coba balik lagi. bunyi kan. Oh, nggak ada. Ya. Oh, maksudnya itu ya itu. Klik sini, coba.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Lagi itu udah suruh ngambil itu. Polisinya. Nah, yang masalahnya itu boxnya hilang.
These are the suspect's belongings. These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Ini nomor-nomornya. Berdua.
Locked.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Atau di rumahnya. Ini nih.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Ya udah.
Berapa banyak?
Gue
gila yang
ke
ketinggalan?
server gue ya. Gue server gue dulu ya.
Oke.
Halo. boy.
Racun.
Udah beli gue, Gar.
Iya.
Wah gila sih, live streaming gue bakal gila live streaming item ini
Banyak
jadi gak apa-apa lah konten. Ini gue bingung nih, jadi ini pembunuhnya sangkanya anak kecil boy yang gue bunuh orang kapten aja.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To
ya
indulge myself
apa
in
game yang
an
lu lagi streaming
experiment,
tuh
the
gak
challenge
ngerti
of
gue.
lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
Tapi ini masalahnya
A
tentang
little
detektif
experiment.
gitu loh. Roy,
Stand aside, Watson. This might
Iya,
be
Sherlock
dangerous.
Holmes.
I am not well practiced in this exercise yet.
walaupun
Holmes, you should
Inggrisnya
aim for the mark
beberapa
in order
gak
to
ngerti
perform
gue.
the most reliable test.
Ada yang ngerti, ada yang kagak. Iya.
Holmes, you should try to aim better and throw as hard as you can.
Oh hard. Ini susah banget.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Oh. Jadi ini daging babinya ini awal-awalnya kayak orang bunuhnya itu. Nah,
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Wah, bisa-bisanya dia.
kan gitu. Covid. Ada buka lagi. Ada polisi lagi. Dan oh, kita ini. Coba arah.
Wow, Mordex.
Udah.
The
Who could do such a thing?
Oke, di sini nggak ada urusan. Street. Right.
Good gracious, you caught someone. At least now you have a suspect.
It. Art.
That is not the one I need.
Wah,
Doro. Ada yang
ini combo aku.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one. That is,
dua satu.
that is not the one I need. That is not the one I need. That.
Nope.
That is not. That is. That is. That is not the.
Oh, history astaga.
That is not the one I need. That. 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 That is.
Jadi.
That. That. That is not.
Gila gue ngasal banget ya.
That. That.
Ngasal banget tuh anjir.
That is.
Yang penting tamat.
Yoi. Oh ini anjir.
That is not the. That is.
Ah.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young
Gigi
man's
Gaming.
story.
Bang mabar
But
Left
I'm
4 Dead.
still unclear as to what connects him with the
Gas.
murder. It is
Kapan?
time to ask him.
Tuh ada malam ini anjir.
Belum. Ntar gue beli sekalian. Terus kita.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Ya rumit. Makeup lah. Karakter yang lain. Terus ini weapon room. Ada apa-apa? This Europa and January tadi selesai. Dawson and Elegant.
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking.
Damn.
No
It's
word
so
was ever heard from him again.
Sick.
We believe that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress. Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Astagfirullahaladzim, Tegar. Salah
Bro,
dong.
lalu.
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
I've done nothing wrong.
Bro, halis. Lagi habis latihan sama ini, berguru dengan
Area.
jadi jago.
Nggak masalahnya area itu apa? Seniat itu anjir. Ngapain kombonya?
Iya.
Kalau kita kan kayak main-main biasa aja lah.
Pukul-pukulan.
Gracious, you caught someone. At least now you
Kalian.
have a son.
Salah arah. Bukan balik ke rumahnya. Kita ketemu tapi kita ngomong.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Again, sit that we solve.
"1883. That's the one I need. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These
apa
pages
nih?
have been torn away.
Canadian Pacific Railway.
Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR, a torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Okay. Find the crew of the sea.
Who could do such a thing?
Wah,
Scotland. Scotland. Kita ngomong sama si bocah itu.
menang lagi.
Bukan
I've
deh.
done nothing wrong.
Mr. Holmes?
Nope.
Locked.
Right. Lock. Ada.
Mr. Holmes?
Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes. Kita disuruh cari anggotanya. Oh, Baker Street. Oke, tadi gue salah.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard,
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
and who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives. Those children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Oke. Terus
Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Boleh.
My archive. I can... This is where I keep my post. A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Jadi detektif juga pusing juga ya.
Pusing lama deh.
Teliti banget cuy. Ini. Yep. Dari Scotland. Kita ngomong sama anak bocah itu.
What am I doing here?
Bukan.
I've done nothing wrong.
Kita kemana? Tolong.
Watson, I need Wiggins.
Damn.
Is he anywhere?
He's right across the...
Udah amat anjir, masih ibu-ibu yang tadi. Oh, benar.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
Oh,
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Sorry to trouble you, Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
kind of complete. Meet Inspector Red. Okay. Let's go to the Scotland Yard.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always. What happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes. He refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
No.
Oh no.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Bye bye.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you. But you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
One more. Oscar.
That's all for now.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
Ke udah Liam Hurtley bilang
Mordexnya jago sekali, Bung.
Today stranger said by the police. Mr. Crowley. He is a former soldier. Sure. Dia jadi kabun ya? Aduh, salah boy, salah ada. Bodoh masalah.
Who could do such a thing?
Mr. Holmes?
What am I doing?
I'm not.
Lagi bro. Oh, shit.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Ada lagi.
These are the suspect's belongings. Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5. The stains are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals. A pen. Nothing unusual about it. These are the suspect's belongings. I wonder if these are connected. No, that's not it.
852. Oh, ini.
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Okay. Draw kanan. The game is good. Kemudian
I'm not saying.
Please.
Again.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Wait. No. Salah.
Tell
I was trying to find some information about my father.
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, they belonged to my family, but I could not find them there.
That's all for now. Well,
Bisa bahasa
I will
Inggris.
see you soon, young man.
Gar.
Oi,
Oh, ini Jimbail.
dia ini lagi try hard. Ya, mati gua.
I'm not saying another word.
Oh, oke. Ada sepatunya coba kita ke Scotland ya. Apa yang sesuai dugaan gue tuh enggak ya? Bukan ini. Makanya ke garden itu. Hmm. Soalnya itu sepatu. Yang pertama sepatunya yang di Carly-nya kan gak muat. Tuh, ini. Nah, footprint-nya.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
Okay. No garden. Okay. Oke, belum. Ini gede banget sih. Oke, next. Footprintnya nih pas nih. Oke. Oke, udah mulai kuat boy. Tunjuknya. Salah satunya pembunuhnya Peter Carly.
A new suspect, but this one...
Oh iya, kita ngomong dulu. Sepatunya cocok sama yang tadi. Misalnya oh, not bad. Ke belakang doang. Oh, beneran.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Oh my god. And Lee.
Tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Yes.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I
Gila,
don't
otak gua
remember.
meledak, Cuk.
What would I be doing there anyway?
Dalam main The Witcher.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
Main The Witcher udah bikin hati
your
tenang.
hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
That's all for now.
Tidak, saya pensi saja.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
I'm not saying...
How is the investigation going?
Aduh. Oh, gitu.
Pen.
Yuk.
Look at this. Steam. Ada notif apa? Notif apa? Oh, udah.
Bodoh amat gak. Witcher ya.
Oh, gila.
Mr. Holmes?
Bukan Peter Kalian namanya. Sama yang dulu. Batman Lee atau Kalian. Yes, yeah. Hartley. Namanya tadi siapa sih yang gunung itu? Peter Kalian. Cara bersihin tintanya itu gimana ya? Liam Hartley.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Thank you, madam.
Gua tahu aja. Pura kan tapi. Karena dia bilangnya kerja di Woodman Garden. Tapi istri Peter Kalian bilang pernah dengar. Mencurigakan.
I'm not saying another word.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
Gue bolak-balik terus anjir.
A new suspect, but this one refuses to talk. This case is more interesting than I first imagined.
Ini dia.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing
Terus satu clue
fresh
doang
ink.
nih yang
For
belum
this
di.
purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should
Main
be
ngasah
combined in a
otak.
certain order to perform a chain reaction.
Biarin. Kan refreshingnya nanti main itu Attack on Titan.
All 7 reagents should be used.
Kalau nggak ada
Second
Witcher.
condition, orange
Ya kan?
reagent should be the third one.
Relaxing
in the
aja
sequence
main ini
after
tuh.
the blue reagent.
Udah teka-teki pakai bahasa Inggris, wah gue udah
Colorless
capek tuh.
reagent should be added
Coba,
after
tapi
the
ya
orange reagent.
kadang seru anjir.
Iya emang seru sih.
Ini sama biru kah?
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Tuh, salah.
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used.
Pilih semacam apa
Second
kau tidak
condition.
mau
Orange reagent should be the third
carry.
one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Baru mulai udah toxic sih ya, In.
First condition.
All
All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence. Third.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hihihi.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable. I need to prepare.
Damn.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Ah. Pero no.
No, something isn't.
Oh.
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Masukin aja semuanya dulu dah.
No, something isn't right.
Dari itu kali ya.
Wow.
No, something isn't right. I need
What
to start the reaction from the beginning
Oh
again.
Saya stuck di situ. Ini dari orang tua.
Damn.
Orange, colorless, blue recommend, green recommend.
First condition.
All
All
seven.
7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Wait.
First condition.
All seven
reagents should be used.
Okay.
Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Jadi waktu itu. Biru.
Damn.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Yang atasnya salah.
Yo, otak udah mulai panas kan?
Salah.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable. First condition. All 7 reagents should be used.
Ya kan,
Second
7.
condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
That one.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning
salah lagi.
again.
What should I do?
First condition. All 7 reagents should be used. Second condition. Orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition. Colorless reagent.
Biru. Yo. Color. Orange.
Huh?
And orange.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Oh. Ternyata sih salah lagi.
I need to prepare a chemical agent.
Dan salah.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Kayaknya udah betul deh.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning.
I skip.
Again.
Udahlah, udah gue skip aja lah itu. Sekarang flashcard. Sampai warna-warna itu gua pusing aja. Itu gua skip deh, untungnya bisa.
What am I doing here?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation. So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Salah.
So tell me, Mr.
Hide? What are you talking about?
There.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
A touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Well, you're a smart one, but it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
Okay, kita ke Woodman's Lee. Sini. Hartley letter. This says from Hartley. A person just to February or agak. Benar gue skip. Oke, di sini kita ke garden. Ada tools. Where's the tools? Not here. Where's the tools? Masih hardcore kah, Gar?
Yup.
Itu lu ngereng.
Iya, kompe.
Kompe itu dong. Berhala.
Kompe Valo.
Locked.
Halo.
Locked.
Tapi sini dikunci. Iya.
Madam, we have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you, madam.
Oh, dapat kuncinya. Oh shit. Here we go again.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Ah, boxnya tuh. Suaranya kayak horor, cuy.
Let us see what is in this
Suara kayak
box.
horor.
Oh ini. Nah,
Ya, elah boy.
A bundle of letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram. Hurtley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
oke. Oh, shit.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hurtley.
Sama
What are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hurtley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
Thank you, madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
oke. Oke. Ini No.
Damn.
Jangan selalu nuduh cuy. Harus cek dulu. Ngobrol lah.
Leave me alone, please.
Coba kita ke wilayah wah gila cuy, udah mulai kuat bisa dibilang. Gila malah gue udah denyut cuk.
I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Wait. No clue. Alright. And let's go to the...
I'm not saying another...
No.
What am I doing?
Nope. Hello.
How was the investigation?
Nope. Oh. Maybe kita pulang terus.
Mr. Holmes, we found the sailors from that list you gave us.
That's it.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Cockpit. James electrical.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now. This is interesting. This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials
PC.
that were found on the tobacco pouch.
Yang di itunya.
Wiggins, could you gather some
Suara kita.
information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
Sometime later.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
Banget.
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Gila informasi. Boy. Oke, Patrick.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Just to say lah. Jadi dulu jadi sailor. Sailor apa dah?
Salah.
Sailor. Oh ini dia, sailor outfit. Udah deh, kalau ya.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Oh. The witch. Okay, let's go. Ooh.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling on arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
Baju apa nih? Festival. Kita hold. Now push. Apa namanya? Push. Stamina. Oh. Gila. Ayo kesel. Let's continue.
I'm ready to try it.
Fine.
Follow better expectation dan oh, kita lihat ekspresinya boy.
Dong.
Josh.
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
I'm ready to...
Fine. If you want me to take all...
Gila.
Sumpah ini kita ngadu panco cuy.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look. Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink. You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
Harpooner.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course.
Sabarin ni boy. Put here. Birthday. Itu. Colonial. Okay.
Black Peter, you say? I've heard rumors about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar, and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant, and not much of a captain. At least, not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
Another drink.
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
Who was he?
And who was he?
I don't know. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course,
Damn,
nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Aye. Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
Let's watch. Toilet.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Kazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Toilet. To care. The porter. The Curry was trying to conceal the murder of John. And
Here it is.
jangan ditaruh doang ya.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe, if you like,
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
Oke, ini dia.
Saya ini selama bukan untuk detail kami di sebuah semacam challenge. Kita dapat harga yang besar 76 WH. Memungkinkan
Inci. Wish. I jealous.
I was your bank.
You have a relation with the curry
Care.
for killing Peter. And oh, suspek baru lagi. Ah, 2 pembunuh. Rahel. Murder.
I don't like that because
Ntar dulu. Ada 2 pembunuh sih. Kayaknya di B ini. Nope. Berarti pos Sherlock Holmes belong to Kiwi.
Mo does is let me check.
Oh my god.
Okay. I actually have him for what seems
Chaplin, England, and William Hartley comes together to murder Peter Curry. Again, motive.
I actually have him for this what it seems like. I think settings have not.
Mungkin apa ya, Curry itu Hartley motive was jealous and his love for Curry wife. Dan dikit. Oh iya nih. Wah gila, awal-awalnya langsung bunuh tuh. Jadi si itunya kayaknya yang nih William Hartley-nya nyuruh Nilgien gitu.
The case is solved. I am now ready to present the guilty party.
So tell me, who killed Black Peter?
There are 2 culprits, Inspector, Nelligan and Hartley.
What? Well, I would never have guessed, Mr. Holmes. They are a rotten pair, though.
It was a combination of 2 motives, culminating in 1 crime.
What were their motives?
The first was revenge. Black Peter possessed the bond certificates that had belonged to Nelligan's father, and young Nelligan wished to retrieve them.
And the second?
The second was a crime of passion. Liam Hartley was in love with Black Peter's wife, and this caused a conflict between him and Carrie.
Well. Makes sense, Mr. Holmes.
I suggest that you organize a small confrontation between the 2, just to confirm my accusation.
That's a good idea, Mr. Holmes. I'll talk to these fellows. Join me in the interrogation room.
Oh my god.
Gentlemen,
Bentar
we
lagi.
know everything about your association to kill Black Peter. Admit that you planned it together.
Our association? I don't even know this man.
You needed to kill Peter Carey. There had to be 2 of you there.
ridiculous. I'm innocent.
All that remains is to determine the level of guilt. Which one of you is the initiator in this case?
But I just told you I've never seen this man before.
It's him. He's the culprit. He was forcing me. He threatened me. He's the mastermind behind it all.
Shut up. You're a lunatic.
You are
Well,
lunatic.
it all seems very clear, don't you think, Mr. Holmes?
Both are guilty, of course, but I believe that Hartley was the initiator of the crime.
It's ridiculous. Why would I need the help of this weakling?
You wanted to be rid of the man who was terrorizing his wife, and who prevented the two of you from being together. Young Nelligan was just following his lead.
You are wrong. I have nothing whatsoever to do with this.
You'll explain that to the judge.
The case is resolved, Inspector. I shall return to Baker Street.
Very well, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye for now.
Oh, Liam Hartley. Together to murder Peter Carey. Our motive was that he might his Carey. The letter was clear to he wished to retrieve his hard-won certificate. Your choice determined. This was found 16. How to check your of the case same way to permit them
Ya Allah.
narrative written.
This trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes. As your friend and your doctor, I really do recommend that you give yourself a complete change of scene. Fresh air, brisk walks, bird watching, chopping wood.
Sounds intolerable. I mean, certainly it sounds delightful.
But you haven't yet told me who your friend is, the one we're going to visit.
He is a bee lover.
A bee lover? Do you mean that he keeps bees? That must be Mrs. Hudson, bringing the warm cloth that I requested.
There is someone to see you, Mr. Holmes.
I have no time. Send whoever it is away.
Yes, Holmes, I really think we ought to leave now.
Mycroft.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes? Perhaps you don't remember me. I'm Dr. Watson. We met at the Diogenes Club a few years ago. I documented our encounter in a short story I gave the title The Greek Interpreter.
He does remember you, Watson. My brother remembers everything, and that is why he is so valuable to the government.
We are about to depart for the train station.
I know.
You know?
Sherlock, I need your help. There are people who presently threaten both our country and the Crown itself. You must help us with those methods of yours.
Need? Help? Those are not words I would readily associate with you, Mycroft.
I wrote you a letter, but you did not reply. And this is not about politics. It's about people. People similar to those whom you pretend to defend in your petty detective affairs.
Everything is about politics with you, Mycroft. I'm not interested. Have some of your agents, your spies, or worse, undertake this job of yours. You are defending your people, and they have little to do with the people I choose to help, I can assure you.
That is the point. You think exactly as they do.
Who are they?
The Merry Men. He is talking about the Merry Men, a band of idealistic terrorists.
Sherlock, do please think about it. They are planning something diabolical. Your country needs you.
You need me, Mycroft, and you are not the country. Although if your waistline expands very much further...
Mrs. Hudson, tea will not be necessary. Dr. Watson, the train conductor, Mr. Parker, is aware that you will be 7 minutes late. You are in the 4th car. The train will be waiting for you. Sherlock, enjoy your time in Staffordshire. And do, please, at least write to me on your return.
Oke dah.
Kaget aing.
Oke dulu untuk game Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. Sumpah ini bikin gua rada-rada gimana ya, tapi seru. Masalah kasus detektif kayak gini. Oke. Kita ke menu. Oke.
Damn.
Oke boy, sekian dulu untuk game Crime and Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. See you guys in next live streaming. And bye-bye.
Alhamdulillah.
When I walk into the kitchen, you saw the look on my face, you saw the look on my heart to get out of this place. I seen something I've never seen before. When you put on the pineapple, we couldn't be friends anymore. Pineapple toasters, go on pizza. It's a